Fine. So characters like Nairobi, Helsinki, and the Professor are adored by most Money Heist fans. But why don't we talk about the annoying characters whose guts we all hate?
There are not that many characters in Money Heist that make you, really hate them.
Well, I've counted at least 5 extremely hateful characters, and Tokyo is one of them.
Say what? She is one of the most lovable characters in the series.
Oh, is she? We'll see about that in the results of the vote at the end of this video. Right now, I'd like to start our list with Alicia Sierra.
I thought you kinda liked her. Unlike Raquel Murillo, she actually did everything to catch the Professor, and eventually got him at gunpoint.
I don't like torturers. Thank you very much, Mr. Fullylover. Torturing someone, especially when you try and conceal it using your power and position, avoiding all responsibility for your actions, is disgusting. Or do you justify the fact that Alicia tortured Rio?
Of course not! But who'd think that you'd be so against torture considering the type of critique you provide for every single movie and series you watch?
What was that?
Nothing, Mr. Scoffer. Who's next on your list?
Palermo. He only entered the team in season 3, but 2 seasons were enough for him to tick everyone off even more than Alicia did. Why? Because he has a huge ego and a problem managing the gang without insulting them constantly. Let's not forget that he was also the guy who helped Gandia escape, which resulted in Nairobi's death. And Gandia is the next man on our list, by the way.
Well, I agree. His actions were messy sometimes. And I actually wept for Nairobi, but her death is on Gandia. And Palermo was supposed to be the commander of the gang during the second heist, because he came up with the idea of it. Not only was it hard for him to keep the squad in check due to them not sticking to the plan, but his leadership and authority were challenged multiple times. He is egocentric, that's true, but sometimes his skills were kinda underestimated by the team?
Maybe you'll find some words to justify Gandia's actions as well. After all, he was just trying to do his job when he trapped Tokyo and killed Nairobi. He was the chief of security and worked for the governor of the Bank of Spain. What other options did this poor bastard have?
Not to kill Nairobi? Even when you were entitled to do something, doing it isn't always the honorable or right thing. At least the robbers tried to avoid deaths at all costs. Gandia didn't think twice. I won't even try to protect this man.
Then you shouldn't also argue about Arturito being one of the most hateful characters on the show. This sleazy rat bastard annoyed the hell out of me. He took advantage of other people at all times and played the hero while getting other hostages to do all the dirty work for him. And whenever he was threatened, he just whined and pleaded and was ready to rat anyone out just to keep his precious self safe. I am a peaceful kind of puppet, but if I was in charge of the heist, I'd finish that piece of dirt off on the very first day.
Well, at least Arturo tried to actually help the other hostages escape. He is not a very pleasant person, but he had every reason not to believe the robbers and to dislike them. He had no guarantees that he and the other hostages would go free at the end of the heist. I mean, they saw the faces of the robbers, and that's never a good sign. For all Arturo knew, the squad could have finished off all the hostages to prevent them from giving a description of the robbers to the police. So, I guess he deserves some credit for not giving up and not trying to escape alone. Don't you think?
Nope. All Arturo's good intentions were a result of his passionate desire to be a hero. The only character that is even more annoying than Arturo is Tokyo.
My response to that remains unchanged. Say what? Tokyo is one of the most badass characters on Money Heist.
Since when is being impulsive and irrational badass? Every time things were going smoothly, Tokyo somehow managed to spoil it. It's a miracle that the professor chose her at all for his squad. She got Moscow killed. She challenged both leaders, Berlin and Palermo, during both heists, nearly compromised all of the professor's ideas. And honestly, her desire to lead wouldn't be frustrating if Tokyo was able to control herself and others efficiently. But remember her behavior when Rio dumped her. She got drunk and went batshit crazy.
Well, Rio could have chosen a better time to break up with her, knowing how emotional Tokyo can get. And come on, the professor chose her because she was the right kind of wild card for his squad. When people who tend to plan everything through get lost, and when it's necessary to act on impulse, Tokyo can adapt quickly to chaos. And don't forget that when Tokyo took charge of Nairobi's surgery, she saved her. Yeah, some of her actions weren't smart, but every member of the squad has made some mistakes during both heists.
Good thing they had their professor to sort things out for them. Geniuses like us always save the day.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, it's time for our viewers to decide which character on Money Heist is the most annoying.
Choose one from our list, or write your opinion in the comments. Roar!